We are back with another Hermes unboxing. This is the final unboxing of my Paris/Barcelona birthday trip. The final boss, as the kids would say nowadays. And if Mandy was here, she would be singing just like, oh, I can't do it, but for me, I would be like, nah, Japan, like the Lion King. So anyway, we're both ridiculous. We just aren't doing it together right now, as unfortunately, she wasn't able to go to Paris with me this time around. However, she's gonna be going in December, I wanna say, or November. So when she comes back, obviously we're gonna do a video and go through her goodies. So definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Per usual, like I did with all of my other videos. And if you are new here, I've got a whole entire playlist going for you. So if you wanna go check that out, do a little bit of catch up so you know where we're at today. That playlist will include unboxings from Polène, Goyard, Loewe, Cezanne, and of course, many, many more from Barcelona, and vlogs of all of the food and restaurants I was able to visit. But let's not waste any time. We're gonna do some show and tell. I've got 2 bags. Yes, I've got 2 bags. Share some stories, let you in on some secrets, tips, and tricks. So let's get right into it. Should we start with a bag? Yeah, let's do that. You thought I was gonna save all of the good stuff till the end and then you just click right to the end. Believe me, I do that too. But let's switch things up a little bit and start with a bag. All right, lean in because this is going to be a phenomenal color. Q agrees as well. If you hear her barking, she's actually barking at, I don't even know what, something random. And of course, if you could tell from the size of this box, you already know what handbag this is. This, da-da-da, is the Evelyne 16 in palladium hardware in the blue tie color, which is a new color from 2025. Look at how beautiful this color is. And if it's not showing up correctly, I'm looking at the viewfinder. If it's not showing up correctly, I'll make sure to include some mod shots so that we can see the blue tie color in all of its glory. I think it's looking a little bit saturated. It's actually got a very dusty feel to it, or color to it. The leather smells amazing per usual. You guys know what an Evelyne 16 looks like, so I'm not gonna show you everything because that would be not a good use of time, but I will show you the strap in a second here. It comes with all of its paperwork. Okay, here is the matching strap. Again, I'm not really big into the 2 tones, so I was offered an Evelyne TPM back in Toronto. Yeah, it was, no, Montreal a couple months ago, and it was a 2-tone color, and I decided to turn it down because that is just not my thing. I like having matching colors for my handbags. And that is pretty much the details of the bag. And if you want me to do a reel or whatnot of what fits and how I use and style this bag, drop me a comment down below. But I don't know about you. When it comes to Hermes, it's really the story that comes along with the acquisition of this bag that I'm actually much more interested in. The effort that goes into getting this bag makes it all the more special, in my opinion. And that's what Hermes is fantastic at, right? Creating that feeling of exclusivity and of course excitement. Am I a sucker for it? Do I fall for that trick? 100% I do. And I'm completely okay with it. For those of you who are new and clicked on my headless video, this is an impromptu birthday trip to Barcelona and Paris. My friend and I decided very last minute to go on this particular trip. It was our first time there and really wanted to check out Paris and Barcelona. I've been to Paris countless times, and of course, every single time I go, I basically live and squat at the Hermes store to try it and get some bags. Ridiculous as that is, but you know, in the meanwhile, I actually have a really good time, you know, talking to the SA. They feed us a ton of champagne and we just have a really nice shopping girls trip. It's kind of like a personalized shopping trip. So yes, I don't just sit outside the door and squat there asking for bags or anything. It actually entails a lot of fun doing shopping. And of course, you build relationships with people, like genuine people with your SAs, and you just have a conversation with them, right? Getting to know them, getting to know the Parisian life and how they operate, and you know, you tell stories. So it's a great time in general, which I totally forewarned her about. And she's like, girl, it's fine, I get it. This whole entire culture fascinates me, and I'm here to see what you do and what kind of damage you do at a store or Hermes in general. She doesn't understand it whatsoever, but she's starting to a little bit. And if you haven't seen her unboxing, definitely go check that out while I did the unboxing for her. But she picked up great pieces from Hermes as her first time buyer. Which also brings me to today's sponsor, Shengshou. If you use this Hermes notification service, you won't have to fly to Paris to live and squat at Hermes like I did. Because I know not everybody can just run off to Paris on a whim. You actually will be able to go on the hunt for Hermes bags like this one in the comfort of your own home, preferably in pajamas. And with this particular service, you can sign up for an account via their website, choose your country, choose any non-iconic or non-quota bag you want notifications on, and then just wait for Hermes to drop them online. I've partnered with Shengshou before, and we know there are a lot of other services like them out there, but the difference you get with Shengshou is the email notifications you get that will show you the exact specs that you are looking for. If it's not the color or the hardware that you want, don't even bother clicking on it because you know the famous screen that you get from Hermes, you have been blocked, and you don't want to do that because that prevents you from accessing their website if there are any other bags that drop throughout the day and you'll be blocked for like, I don't know, 24 hours or so. You also get to see a history of what has been dropped in the past couple weeks or just a history in general. So you know what future items could be dropping in the near future, or of course, what colors, leather combinations the bags are coming out that particular season. So like this beauty right here, because of Shengshou, I actually knew that this is the color I really wanted. A few pro tips here when you are using Shengshou is that you want to create a profile on Hermes's website if you haven't done so already. Have your payment ready and loaded up via PayPal or Apple Pay because girl, you ain't got time to be inputting your credit card information should a bag drop. The bag's gonna disappear in a snap of a finger. So second pro tip, pay attention to Shengshou's Instagram. I like to take credit for this idea as I point out the time frames that Hermes dropped these bags. Shengshou actually started keeping track because, you know, I'm doing it as one person. They have all of the inner workings of keeping track when these bags drop. And then they've created a really cool timeline of what country you're in and the time frames just as a little picture or post that you can refer to. So definitely check out their IG page and go follow them as well. Last pro tip on the use of Shengshou is to keep trying. You may not get the bag of your dreams the first time, the second time, or even the third time, but if you keep your subscription and you are paying attention and following my pro tips, and of course, keeping an eye on your email notifications, you will get the bag eventually. So here's a discount code to try them out. And of course, give them a shout on IG to say hi. And of course, ask me or ask them any questions about this particular service. You can obviously cancel at any time, but you're probably not going to want to because you get all of the information, and information is power. Thanks Shengshou for sponsoring this video. Hermes fans unite. And of course, I will tell you another story about Shengshou that actually helped me with this particular trip. So definitely stay tuned. This is the first bag. Let me just show you all of the items and then I'll tell you the story. I'm doing things a little bit backwards, but it will all make sense. So a couple other things I did pick up while I was there. I actually got a couple more watch straps and my SA decided to put it in the most ridiculous box. I don't know why. This is not my first time buying watch straps. And I feel like they don't have really a standardized kind of box for it. They just find whatever box is available because the other time I bought a watch strap from the Montreal location or maybe the Toronto location, and that's something I just go in and ask for because the quantity and the stock is just so limited. They just put it into like this weird little baggie from Hermes that just looks kind of janky, like someone else printed it. It's like a fake bag. I don't know, but at least my SA here in Paris did put it into a pretty nice box. I see why they use this box because this is actually a double tour. So both of these I picked up in the alligator. This one is a dark gray, so I think this is not a tube. I'll have to look up the actual name of it, but this is so that I can change it out with the Cape Cod watch that I got, which I also have an alligator in the shiny in dark navy. This one's great. And then I also picked out a double tour alligator in a matte green. So these are the two pieces that I picked up. If you ever go to Paris and you have one of these Hermes watches, definitely go there because they have the biggest selection. Because usually if I go to a random Hermes store, they don't even know what to do with it because they're like, oh, I don't know. They have to bust out this entire booklet, try to look up the actual strap that goes along with the Cape Cod. So it just becomes a whole entire ordeal. Whereas in Paris, in Hermes over there, they have an entire booklet to show you all of the colors and all of the leathers that it comes in, and you can just pick what you want and they'll see if they have it in stock. At least you can see samples of it. The next piece I was able to pick up is another Kelly belt. Do I need another Kelly belt? No. So the story with this one is that I was just helping my friend and she picked up her first belt from Hermes and she got the same one I got, not to kind of ruin it for you, but she got the Kelly belt in Etoupe. And I asked the SA, like, hey, what other colors do you have? And the only one that they had was Etoupe, the black one, and this white one. Before they even busted it out, I was just like, I don't really like white. I don't need a white one. They're like, let me just bring it out for you to see. I was like, I already have the black one and the Etoupe, so I'm good on Kelly belts. But when they brought this out, I was like, oh, I actually like this one a lot, and my friend agreed. So I tried it on and I was like, all right, might as well collect them all. And Kelly belts, I feel like, are just so classic. It doesn't go out of style, and it is incredibly versatile where you can wear it with a dress, you can wear it with jeans. I don't really have a tendency of purchasing the same item over and over again with, different colors, but I guess I'm making an exception for Kelly belts. Moving on to the next box here, we got 3 more boxes, all right? This, as you can see, is a pair of shoes. I was able to pick up a pair of the Santorinis, and I'm not exactly sure what leather this is. I wanna say it's definitely not Swift leather, but it is a very smooth skin, as you can see. For me to purchase shoes that day, it was like incredibly difficult because they were so out of sizes. Maybe I was asking for sandals and it was towards the end of the season, so that's probably why they had very limited stock in my size. And I wear a size 40, but these actually worked out really nice because I was looking for, originally I was looking for the heeled version. Obviously, they did not have my size or just in general. And that only comes in the caramel color or gold color and the black. I think they had a black one, which I said no to. So I ended up picking up the Santorinis. I'm not a big fan of the Orans because one, they're very uncomfortable. I do like the security of a strap around my ankle so that it's actually much more supportive as opposed to the Orans where they kind of just flop around and I feel like I'm gonna twist my ankle if I were to wear those. The Oasis seemed like a pretty good option as well. However, never got around to it for whatever reason. And Mandy has her Oasis and she freaking loves them. I wanna say she has up to like 3 or 4 pairs by now. So I can't wait to wear these. It's still pretty warm here in Nashville. So I might get to sport these a couple more times before it gets too cold. All right, we're gonna go over the second pair of shoes I was able to pick up before we hit the grand finale here. If you're new to my channel, glad you're here, glad you found me. Hit that subscribe button. I've got a lot more great content coming up as we head into the holiday season. I cover a lot of luxury items, mainly Hermes, Goyard. I also talk a lot about luxury alternatives. If you are new, drop me a comment. Let me know you are new here so I can welcome you to my channel. And if you are returning, glad you're here. I rely on you every single week to have a conversation with me about ridiculous things. And yes, I know this is ridiculous. Additionally, I am going to be panic selling and you'll understand why. I mean, obviously you can see already and understand why, but I am doing a panic sell just to clear out my closet and of course, give back to you guys at fantastic pricing of all of the pieces I was able to review throughout this year and just to clear out my closet because it's taking a toll on my sanity. So you're not going to want to miss out on that panic sell. And I do have a backlog of unboxings I need to hit up. So I'm sure you'll be back soon, hopefully. The second pair of shoes I was able to pick up are these sandals. And these are called the cute 60 sandal. I had to look up the name, where you've got the Chandon buckle or Farandole buckle, whatever you want to call it, and it is in the gold color. So these were not my first choice, but I ended up loving them quite a bit. I originally wanted the Gigi sandal, which is what my friend got, in the suede color, but alas, they didn't have any of my sizes. The other pair I was also trying on and debating between, I'll pop a screenshot here, is the Lipari 70 sandals. I ended up going with this because I feel like it's much more flattering, and of course I love gold. This is just a beautiful, smells amazing, luxurious piece that you can wear with a lot of different outfits and going into the fall as well. What's very special about this pair of shoes is that, one, it's going to be relatively comfortable, I think, where you've got the padding right here. And then on the bottom, I'll probably get this soled so that I have a little bit more grip, but you do get this beautiful detail at the bottom here of the chunky block. And it's basically a horseshoe. Isn't that cool? So I'm really excited. Again, Nashville does stay warm for quite a bit, so I feel like I can wear this for at least the next month, 2 months or so before it gets too cold for me to wear a sandal like this. I gotta get my toes done. They're looking very ratchet right now. And we've got the grand finale to wrap up this trip, and I'm just gonna twirl this box around, and obviously, if you know Hermes and you've seen the unboxing, you know what this is, right? Now it just comes down to, what are the specs, right? And let's not waste any time. Let's just show you the bag. This is the protective thing that I struggle to put together, so we'll kind of just leave that off. It comes with its ribbon. They do use the thicker ribbon, and its little pillow right there. The bag I was able to come home with this trip is the Birkin 25 in Clemence Invert Mangrove. Just like the blue tie right here, both of these are 2025 new colors. The hardware is champagne gold according to my essay, but again, his English is not the greatest. So I think this is permabrass. I could be 100% wrong. If you know, drop me a comment. I'm sure there are a lot of Hermes experts out there. But again, just repeating what he told me, this is champagne gold hardware, which I'm completely okay with. And just do a quick spin. I was also, as you can see, I got a little twilly here, was able to pick out a twilly with the little seahorse on there. How adorable is that? I didn't want to undo it just because I'm not very good at tying twillies, and when an essay does it for you, you leave it on there for as long as possible. So in gold hardware, gold foiling, champagne gold, but this is a Birkin 25, my first Birkin 25, and first quota bag or iconic bag directly from Hermes. So just to tell you the story, because again, I think the story is just the most fun part and the juiciest part. This is an essay, not my first one. It's actually a second essay, but I did work with him the last time I was in Paris. And to kind of give you the history of my shopping experience at Hermes in Paris, at this point, we've been there for 2 years straight, and I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4. This is probably the 4th time I've been to the store. I might be miscounting and maybe throw in a 5th time, but I want to say it's the 4th time. So I've been buying a lot of items from their store for, building up that history, so to speak. However, this is technically my 3rd essay. Even though they're all friends, they all know each other, it might not seem like the case because there's so many people that work there and not all of them know each other. But if you are able to work with an SA that has been there for a number of years, 5+ years, some of them have been there 10+ years, that is the one that you want to stick with because they have a lot of pull, they have a lot more experience. And that, again, this is just me speculating, right? But I will say the 2 essays I've worked with out of the 3 have been there 10+ years. So another pro tip, if you bump into the essay, casually just bring up, oh, how long have you worked here? And you know what they can or cannot do at that store. So I did hit up my essay prior and I asked them, hey, it's my birthday coming in. Can you get me a leather appointment? My essay didn't really say too much other than what day are you going to be here? Which day do you want to come in? And I told him I'm only there for like, I don't know, not even 2 days. And he's like, it works for my schedule, so come on in. What's really interesting is that he texted me the morning of and said, what time are you coming in? Can you come in before or after lunch? I'm like, first of all, I don't know what time your lunch is. So just you tell me what time and I'll show up. So I ended up showing up like shortly after this store opened. He greeted me at the door, which I was like, oh, I'm getting the VIP experience. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. He brought me directly into this special room right here. And we all know when you are brought into the special room, this is what you're gonna get, right? He didn't really even say anything. He didn't confirm I have a leather appointment. He didn't say anything. He just says, come on in. He did tell me that he was going on vacation in 2 days, so he is slammed. Like all of the people, all of the French people, his usual clients are coming back from summer vacation. So everybody wanted to get their shopping started. For the Christmas shopping, I was like, it's not even October yet. They want to do Christmas shopping, and he's just like, that's what they do. I was like, I guess that's what rich people do. I don't know. So he was back to back, and he busted out his phone and asked me, what are you looking for? I'm just like, Birkin 25 or Kelly 25. He's like, okay, cool. What colors? Gold hardware only. And he's like, okay, go on. What are we looking for? What else? What else can you give me? I was like, chai. I want chai. He's like, chai is out of season. Sorry, can't make that happen. I'm like, okay. So again, I did say Sheng Shou did help me out in this acquisition. I had done all of my research prior to going of the list of colors that I would be open to. And of course, I referenced Sheng Shou's website with a list of history as well as their Instagram, taking note of all of the different colors that are available seasonal wise. Obviously, blue tie was one of them. Vert mangrove is one of them. So I did use Sheng Shou's website. So thank you, Sheng Shou. Again, when I say I partner with sponsors, believe me, I trust them, and this is how they have helped me and vice versa. So that's why I wanted to do a sponsorship with them because of that. And just to let you know my list, I said chai. I also said Ver Cypress. I was okay with that. Mykonos, Etain, blue jean, Vert mangrove, and then blue tie. That was my list and order. I guess how I jotted it down, but I was just like, this is what I want. So he's like, okay, I'll be right back. So again, this whole experience wasn't like 2 hours long. It was probably 20 minutes. But again, we were past the formalities. We knew him. I knew him. I talked to him last time around, and he came back with this box and showed me the Vert mangrove. He's like, so it's not gold hardware. It's actually champagne gold hardware. Is that okay? I'm like, yes. I love it. I will take it. Done. He's like, perfect. You're so easy to work with. You know exactly what you want. I got to get to my next appointment. And then he brought, actually really funny, he found my original essay. The first one, it was really funny because that story, I don't know if I actually told it before, but it was her first day on the job and I was her first customer. I was able to work with her again because he needed some help as he had other appointments to get to. That is when I proceeded to grab all of these pieces while working with her. So it was nice to kind of just rekindle that entire relationship. It came full circle. After shopping for a couple hours, we were hangry, at least mostly my friend. When I'm on an Hermes high, I don't get hungry. But again, it was a lovely experience. We said, hey, it's raining outside. I don't want to have to go check out and go to the hotel and drop the items off. Is it okay if I leave it here and I'll come pick it up tomorrow? He's like, do you want me to send it to your hotel? And I was just like, no, it's okay. We'll come back. We just wanted to go grab some food and just walk around before our dinner reservations. He was so busy being ran around by all of his customers. I couldn't even find him. So I was about to leave. He came chasing after me. He's like, wait, come back. Are you done? Blah, blah, blah. It was raining. He's like, hold on, wait, don't leave just yet. I want to catch up with you. But if you want to just go eat and come back, but here, grab some umbrellas. He hunted out another sales associate or person who was helping to get us umbrellas. And that was just, again, it's all about the experience. So we were able to come back after lunch and he Actually, I didn't pick out a twilly, so I wanted to pick out a twilly, and he did help me out with that. And this time around, he was actually extremely chatty compared to the last time we hung out with him and spent time with him and spent money with him. We just got to know each other relatively well. So overall, that was such a good experience. Oh, and I forgot to mention that when I was in that room, I took a picture of myself in that room and I sent that text to my usual Hermes crew, my little posse. Of course, they were all sleeping, but once they woke up and saw the photo, they started blasting me with a bunch of, questions. What did you get? Tell us everything. So it was sad that they weren't there. I am very excited that my other friend was there, even though she's not an Hermes kind of person, but it was still a really cool experience. So hopefully the next time around, the Hermes crew can rejoin and reunite and go crazy again. Let's just wrap this up by putting a bow, or in other words, a corgi, on this Birkin, because I'm not a bag charm person, but this one is very special to me. If you have heard the random barkings throughout this video, Q is the one causing a ruckus at the most inconvenient time, but look at how cute this is. I got the little corgi, the only bag charm I have really, and it's just perfect. I got a little seahorse, a little corgi with my newest addition of Birkin 25 to my collection. I just realized I forgot to tell you about the Evelyne 16 story and how I got that bag. This video is already way too long, so I'll have to just save it for the next video. So come back for more juicy details. So I hope you really enjoyed that video. Again, hit that subscribe button because I've got more birthday unboxings. And of course, the panic sale, don't forget about that. I've counted about 25 plus items that I'm looking to let go of. So hopefully it will go to new homes to you guys. If you want to plan ahead for Christmas shopping, whether it's for your friend, for your family member, these are going to be priced fantastically. Again, thanks to Sheng for sponsoring this video, helping me out by prepping and doing my homework on the colors. That was instrumental. So definitely go check them out. At least follow them on Instagram, have a conversation with them, try out the subscription service. Again, we can't all just be running off to Hermes, but if you want to pick up a non-quota bag in the comfort of your own home, that is definitely the service you want to use. And I promise you will not be disappointed. Life is hard. I want to help you save time and money so that you can somehow adult easier and hopefully less than retail. I'll see y'all next time.